Hello everyone. Are all the attendees over here? I can see a lot of names, but unfortunately I can't see the faces of the attendees. So if you are here, can you please help us to just type in where you are from? Like maybe which country you are from. If let's say you're from Singapore, and then which media company you are from. If let's say because we have, oh, can you hear? Somebody said no audio. Okay, but a lot of people are responding from Philippines, Manila, Philippines. Hello from Philippines. Okay, so which media press are you from? Just type in. So country plus your media company that you are from. Hello, Francisca. Hello, Marie. Well, Marie's from Philippines as well. Serene from Singapore. Amy from Philippines. Cebu. Kevin's from Cebu. Aban. Hello from Philippines. Okay, and let's see who else. Wow, coming in now. Mandy from Singapore. Motherhood. Jean from Philippines. Melanie, Philippines. Yok Boon from CNA, Singapore. Wow. Serene from, wow, how do you pronounce that? Zavilicious. I love that name. Kumaran from the Independent Singapore. Welcome. Wow. Rubelito. I hope I got your name correct. From Philippines as well. April from Philippines. Leomi, Bloggers Philippines. Wow. Okay, and Manila, Philippines. Oh, it's jumping very fast. Bernadette. Okay. Let's see who else. Quen Chai, IG, okay, CK Chai. Okay, excuse me. Ryan from Manila, Philippines, and Alberto Village CNET Magazine. Oh, wow, interesting. Michelle from Singapore Brides. Arvin from Manila, Philippines, and Pearly, Philippines. So many of you. Sharon, Philippines, CDO, Philippines. Francisca from Philippines as well. Steven says, hey guys, Steven from Singapore. Hi, Steven. Sarah from CWL.Sarah. Ooh, okay. I believe is that a lot of you are influencers as well. Yeah, so wow, so many of you. Okay, we have about 44 attendees right now. So maybe we're just gonna wait for say a minute or so more, okay, for everyone, to just quickly come in because, well, maybe I'll give you guys a sneak peek since all of you are here on time early as well, right? So we are going to have a surprise later on for all of you, and I guarantee you later on after you hear the surprise, you will go, oh my God. Yep, okay, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Yep, but it's gonna be exciting. Okay, so are all of you ready? Okay, everyone ready to start? If you are ready to start, can you just type ready, ready, ready to start? Ready, ready? Yes, ready. I'm so excited, I tell you. Ready to start, everyone, ready to start. Great, great. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen from the media and press. Sawadee-ka. Welcome to THAI-VIETJET Virtual Press Conference. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to attend this press conference. My name is Shannon Zan, and I will be your host for this morning. Today is a very exciting day as THAI-VIETJET, the leading Thai low-cost airline, has a very important announcement. A few weeks from now, THAI-VIETJET will launch its international direct services from Singapore to Thailand's capital city of Bangkok. And later on, its international direct services from Singapore to Phuket will be opened as well. We will know more about the details of this launch in just a short while's time. So first up, to welcome everyone on this special occasion, I would like to invite the Director for Commercial of THAI-VIETJET, Mr. Pinot Pibusongkram, for his welcome speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to type in WW to welcome Mr. Pinot.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Sawadee krap from Thailand. Very exciting, and yeah, I love the WW gimmick. Firstly, thank you to everyone for joining the session. I think now, in the in the news and everything, we see that traveling is coming back. Many of the travel restriction is reducing. And I know that everyone, us here in Thailand, I'm sure in Singapore as well, we are ready to travel again and go on those vacations that we've longed to go for so many years. So I'm very excited today. Thank you once again for the time out of your busy schedule to allow THAI-VIETJET to share our latest plan and our latest route expansion to everyone. I have to say thank you to Singapore and Philippines. A lot of people from Philippines in the call as well. So that's good to hear. Yeah, so we can get started, but very excited and thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pinot. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I know everyone is looking forward to hearing more details about this new development of THAI-VIETJET on its international direct services. So, Mr. Pinot Pibusamkram will continue to present the details of THAI-VIETJET's new flight service. So, once again, please help me to type in W to welcome Mr. Pinot once again.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, so before we get into, so today I'll take you through a few slides on about THAI-VIETJET, give you some updates on how things are here in Thailand, talk a little bit about some of the travel restrictions. I know we have some Q&A later, and of course we have some prizes to give away, which is the highlight of every event, right? Okay, so let me start off with just some background. So once again, my name is Pinot. I'm the commercial director for THAI-VIETJET. And many of you, I'm sure, have heard of VietJet before. So we are in the VietJet group from Vietnam. We are the sister company of VietJet. We're the THAI-VIETJET registered here in Thailand. We've been operating since 2015, operating out of the main airport. So out of the Suvarnabhumi airport. This is very good in the future for any connectivity onwards to to Europe or any parts of the world as well. At the moment, we have 16 aircraft and growing. I'll give you a bit more information on that later in the upcoming slides. Previously, before COVID, we operate over 30 routes all over Asia. Now, unfortunately, a lot have been suspended, and now we're opening up one by one. And overall, about 10 million passengers that we've carried over the years. This year alone, looking to do between 7 to 8 million passengers. So we are in the expansion mode and in a very good timing as the markets open up. So we're looking forward very much so to offer our service to everyone over there in Singapore. A little bit about our core value. So definitely as an airline, just like many other airlines, safety is our primary concern. However, safety in these days have another meaning. So it's not just about the aviation safety, it's about the hygiene safety as well. So we stick very carefully to the international protocol on the hygiene side. Cleaning the cabin, the cabin crew giving out the alcohol gel, the aircraft equipped with the system to filter the any bacterial particles. So we give high importance on the safety, number one. Number two, hopefully is something that everyone will enjoy, which is our friendly and fun culture. We try to keep the service entertaining. We try to have activities that are, not just taking you from point A to point B, but once you're in point B, we offer you some products and services so you can enjoy your vacation in your stay as well. On time, definitely one of the core items for all airlines, which we take very seriously. And the last one is affordable pricing. So as an LCC, we have a very low cost base and we send that advantage to the travelers. So you will see later that the price is very competitive and we plan to keep it that way. Is one of our strategic strengths to be the price leader in the market. So these are our core value: safety, fun, be on time, and at a very, very good price. A little bit about our fleet. So as you can see, we've been in the growth mode. This is just the forecast until 2026. We're looking to have up to 50 aircraft by that time. But what I like to point out is, if you could see during the COVID time, so COVID came like 2020. So from 1920 to 21, you could see that we are on the growth phase still. Still on the expansion mode. We actually had to increase our flights and increase our fleet even during the COVID time. So this is one of the advantages of THAI-VIETJET during the tough 2 years, as we were still in the growth mode. So we didn't have to downsize anything. We were actually in the reverse trend, fortunately. Yep. For our aircraft, we operate Airbus. We have 2 types of fleet, 320, 321, a bit on the technical side, but in terms of the amount of seats, we have aircraft ranging from 180 seats all the way to 230 seats. So in terms of the narrow body aircraft, we do have some of the biggest size of the fleet in the market. So quite comfortable. And we rotate these fleets depending on the demand and the seasonality. So for routes that with higher demand, obviously we will bring in the bigger aircraft. Our cabins, as I mentioned, we try to keep it comfortable and clean. We have the in-flight service, which you'll see later. But yeah, so this is definitely one of our main priority, is to try to keep the cabin as clean and as comfortable as possible for the passenger. Okay, and just a little bit on our brand personality. So as you can see, we try to keep it fun. We often have in-flight activities, giveaways. We even have like a wedding, the top left. So this is not just like a, what do you call it? A photo session, in the aircraft, but it was actually like a real wedding. We had one of the pilots come out to play the violin for the bride and groom. We had the ring ceremony and everything. So it was a full wedding. Yep. So this is something that the travelers from Singapore can expect to see sometimes in the flight and also on the ground as well. Okay, now getting into the network. I will start off by sharing a little bit about our domestic network, because I know that, between Singapore and Thailand, we are no strangers to each other. We both know, each other's country very, very well. The travelers know each other's country very, very well. So I like to just share this picture so that you can see that it's not just Bangkok. We will operate the flights from Singapore to Bangkok, obviously, but from Bangkok, travelers can also reach all of the main provinces in Thailand. So up north, we have like the mountains, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, very familiar already to the travelers. On the northeast side, we have, Udon, Khon Kaen, and Ubon, very cultural area. Also, a lot of the historical site as well over there. Then down south, all the beach destinations that everyone love, Phuket, Krabi, Nakhon, Surat. Those are also the gateway to Koh Samui. So and we have multiple flights per day, like Chiang Mai, we have between 9 to 12 flights a day, depending on the time of year. So it's very convenient if you want to, fly over, spend a few days in Bangkok, and then go up north or down south. And our latest development too is that now we start to operate the cross-regional routes. So you can go to Bangkok and then go up north to Chiang Mai. And if you want to go to the beach, just take a direct flight down to Phuket. So no need to stop over in Bangkok anymore. So this is quite convenient. We've linked the major regions together. So north to south, and then the northeast to the south as well. So this makes it very convenient for the traveling, for the passengers. A bit on the international, and I'll speak more on the, the Singapore details later. But in general, at the moment, from Bangkok, we operating into Vietnam, so Ho Chi Minh, and we just launched Da Nang earlier this week. And the week before, we started our flights to Cambodia. So in general, at the moment, we are operating to Vietnam and Cambodia, and some into China. And obviously now looking very much forward into Singapore in the upcoming weeks. Okay, so this is getting into the main part of the presentation. So about our flight. So we are happy to announce that we will be starting our service from Singapore to Bangkok. The team will send you the details, so you don't need to note this down. But we will start with 3 flights per week. The Singapore Phuket route will start on the 28th of April. It's already on sale now. The flight time, departing Singapore, it will be at around 2 p.m. departing Singapore, and then on the way back is a morning flight, like a 9:45 flight back to Singapore. So we will start with 3 weekly firsts. As you know, in Singapore, you have the VTL quota that we have to comply with. So that's the reason why we start with 3 first. But obviously, a route like Bangkok, Singapore, we look to increase the frequency quite rapidly. So from 3 per week, within 1 month, looking to be 4 per week, and then up to a daily flight. This route in the plan, we do plan to operate 3 daily, relay daily. In the end, you know, hopefully by the end of this year or early next year. But it will have to be like a step up, 1 flight at a time, depending on the demand. So very excited. The people in Thailand also very excited to, you know, go to Singapore, to go to Sentosa, Marina Bay Sands, Universal Studios, all the food, you know, Clarke Quay. So excited for that. And the other service that we are also open as well. So at the moment, both of these routes are already open for sale, but we will operate one after another. So we'll start with the Bangkok first. The other one is from Singapore to Phuket, and I'm sure you know, another familiar routes for Singaporeans as well for the weekend vacation, you know, relaxation time to the beach. So on June 2nd, we will operate Singapore Phuket, and it will depart Singapore also in the afternoon. So you can arrive, you know, just in time and check into your hotel and start your relaxation weekend. So we will operate on Thursday and Sunday. Similarly to Bangkok, Singapore, we're looking to increase the frequency as well. Obviously, for this flight, we'll, you know, start with 2 weekly first, and then we'll step up to 3 to 4 weekly, eventually up to the 1 daily in time. So these are the 2 destinations that we have launched already. It's on sale. Bangkok, Singapore on the 28th, Singapore Phuket on the 2nd of June. And of course, with any flight, we always have to have the promotion. So for this route, we start with the $15 fare promotion. So next slide, please. Yep. So starting from tomorrow, actually, you guys are the first person to hear about this. So starting tomorrow on April 1st until the 10th, we have a $15 promotion for the fare. This excludes the fee. If you combine all the fee, it comes up to be about 30 to 40 USD to start with. So quite a very attractive price to encourage people to, you know, try our products and come over to Thailand, and vice versa as well. You know, the traffic between Thailand and Singapore is basically like almost 50-50. So we're looking to have both travelers from both sides enjoying each other's countries. And so basically that was about the flight and the detail. We can, you know, talk more in the Q&A session. And from here onwards, I'll give you a few other services that we provide to the customer to make the traveling more convenient. So during the COVID, one of the major obstacles for travel is the travel restriction. You know, the testing, the quarantine, the insurance, everything basically is an expense and makes it very difficult to travel. However, at the moment, all those restrictions, especially for Bangkok, Singapore, have been significantly reduced. So I'm sure, as you know, going into Singapore now from Thailand, no need for, well, starting April 1st, right? So no need for any quarantine, no need for the arrival PCR test. And so that's on the way in. On the way from Singapore to Thailand, at the starting from April 1st, no need for the RT-PCR test as well, pre-departure. But once you and no quarantine. But once you arrive in Thailand, you do have to still do the RT-PCR. Wait for the result in the hotel room, and if it's negative, you're off to go. So technically, there's no more quarantine. You just have to wait about 6 hours for the result. That is coming into Bangkok. But if you go into Phuket, we have what we call the sandbox model. So into Phuket, there's no quarantine at all. You do the quick test at the airport and you're good to go. There's a lot of information here. So what I'll do is I'll ask the team to send the latest update to everyone in terms of the travel restriction. And there's always news all the time of the restriction being reduced. So what I say today, and in about 2 weeks, I think some of the restriction will be reduced further. Thailand Pass, we don't need to do the Thailand Pass anymore quite soon. So, I mean, everything is on the good side. In the end, it will reduce the what do you call it? The expense for each traveler to travel. And that's what makes traveling possible. So having said that, here are just some of a few things that we do offer to the customer that is still the requirement. So one is the insurance. So in our website, you can buy the insurance. This price actually will be reduced to 18 USD in about 2 weeks. It will start 18 USD for a minimum of 10 days. But if you stay longer, it may be like 18, 19, 20. But once again, eventually this will maybe canceled as well, because this still covers the COVID. In many countries now in ASEAN, this is not required anymore, the COVID insurance. So things will change very rapidly. But we do offer this as a service to our customer. The other one that we offer as well is we know that many Singaporeans come to Thailand quite often. You can go to the next slide, Cup. So what we have developed during the previous year is now we have our own loyalty program. We call it Fun Coin. So on every flight, you get coins that you can redeem for different services and discounts along the way. So for those traveling with us, please do register, download the app and on the line, so that you can enjoy all the discounts while you're here in Thailand, and also vice versa as well. Just to let you know, for Thai people going to Singapore, we will also have many collaborations with many of the partners in Singapore that we could use the points for the customers to enjoy their travels. And the last thing is this one we are very proud of. Over the last few years, we've won some good awards. Some of the big ones is in 2020, we got the fastest growing LCC of the year in Thailand. At the moment, we have the highest capacity share on the route that we operate. So we've really jumped up on the ladder, from the 3rd and 4th player now to the top 1, top 2 player in the market. So we are all very proud of that. The other one that I like to highlight is the award in the middle here. That is the most friendly cabin crew. So this one we received last year, and it's certainly a very good award to win, considering most LCCs. Everyone would think LCC is minimal service. You get what you pay for, but it reflects our brand value, that we put a lot of emphasis in, the safety, in the fun and friendly side, and we reflect that in the in-flight service. But this area, I'm very confident to say, if you try THAI-VIETJET, you can really feel the professionalism and the friendly service of our in-flight team. So just a few awards that we won, I like to highlight. And I believe that is the last slide for my briefing. So in general, Bangkok, Singapore, 28th of April, Singapore, Bangkok, Singapore, Phuket, 2nd of June. Let me give you just a bit information on how things are now in Thailand. So in Thailand, all of the attractions, all of the restaurants and shops are all open. So and open every day. In the restaurant, walking around, okay, you do have to wear the mask, but everything is open, and there's no restriction of like how many people can sit together. Obviously, there's like the social distancing, but in general, it is open. Yeah. So that is just a short brief on my end about THAI-VIETJET, about our new flights, a bit on the travel policy, how things are now in Thailand. So, yep, thank you again for your time, and we can do some Q&A and give out some prizes.
Thank you
so
so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Pinot Pibusongkram, the commercial director of THAI-VIETJET, for the very exciting presentation. Oh my goodness, Mr. Pinot, you are making me long to go to Bangkok, to Thailand with THAI-VIETJET, especially, when you mentioned about the fun culture, the fun things that you guys will do on flight as well sometimes. I'm like, oh, I want to be on one of those flights. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I see a comment from Jojo. She says, Mr. BKK, Miss Bangkok, me too. So, I'd like to request everyone to perk up your ears right now because I will be announcing a very, very, very exhilarating surprise for everyone. Are you ready? Please type S for surprise. Type S for surprise. You guys are in for a treat. Yes, surprise, surprise. S, 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 S. So many people of you saying S, yes, here it is. THAI-VIETJET would like to thank every one of you for attending this event. So to show their appreciation, each and every single one of you in our press conference today will get a round trip ticket for free. Yes, you heard that right. All of you are the privileged ones to get to go on a holiday soon with a complimentary round trip ticket from Singapore to Bangkok and back to Singapore, of course, from our very generous THAI-VIETJET. Yes, wow, I see so many people say, wow, thank you, woohoo! Woohoo, yay, thank you, thanks. Wow, exciting, right?
you're very welcome, everyone. You're very welcome.
Can you please type VZAC for THAI-VIETJET? VZAC, that is their logo, the code name for THAI-VIETJET. Yes, VZAC, yes. Everyone's so excited. Thank you so much, Mr. Pinot. Thank you so much to THAI-VIETJET. So please do note that this is exclusive of taxes and fees. You may avail of your special ticket on any day except for public holidays, and it is valid for use till December 2022. So Affluence PR company will be sending the tickets to all of you individually, so do look out for it in your email, all right? So is everyone happy about your trip to Bangkok? If you are, can you just type in BKK for Bangkok? BKK for Bangkok. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to go shopping again.
Yeah, it's all open. All the shops.
Just waiting for us to go there.
Yeah, all the big department store and even the local shops. Yeah, especially in Bangkok, it looks exactly the same. Yeah.
You're really making us long to go over there right now, Mr. Pinyon.
And actually, for Phuket, I would recommend, and this is gonna be funny for me to say because I'm in the tourism industry and I should be promoting tourism, but Phuket, because it's been closed to tourists for for like 2 years. Right now, the nature side of things is completely amazing. So I would definitely take advantage of how things are now. Yeah, all the marine life, the beach is very clean. All the fish, all the corals are all very pristine at the moment because it had 2 years to recover. Nature had 2 years to recover. You can really feel it. Yeah, you can really feel it.
Wow. Okay, so first stop will be Bangkok, and then second stop, everyone, please go to Phuket, all right, with THAI-VIETJET. It's amazing. Personally, actually, before COVID started, I went to Phuket. And then after that, COVID hit. So I was like, oh, thank God that I actually went to Phuket first.
Yeah. And I see someone
Yeah.
said go shopping and then go diving in
Yep.
Phuket. I strongly recommend it. There's 80% or 90% less divers in the water now than at normal times. So you can imagine the freedom and you will have to enjoy the sea and the ocean.
Exactly. So now is really the best time to go over. So quickly, fly over to Bangkok, to Phuket before anyone else does. We better catch the first wave first, since we have the first news from Mr. Peanut himself today, right now. Right. So thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations, everyone, once again, too. So after the wonderful surprise, I would now like to open the floor for a question and answer session. So if anyone has any questions, please type it in the chat box. So I will be reading them out, and then Mr. Peanut will be answering your questions. Okay? So
Sure,
any
great, sounds good.
questions? Any questions? Any questions? They might need a little bit of time to
No
think
worries.
of questions. After being so excited, they're like, oh, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Like, aren't you guys glad that you are here for the press conference today? We're all so privileged, really. So, okay, Leomi says, when will you be having a route from Manila?
Okay, I was waiting for that when you did the introduction. So many from the Philippines. So Manila is in our plan. To be honest, at the moment we do have we're doing some charter cargo flights into Manila and Cebu at the moment. So the operation is there, and so once we stabilize some of these new routes, Manila is in the plan.
So, any restrictions for travelers from Philippines to Bangkok?
From Philippines to Bangkok, so it's the same restriction. So if you come into Bangkok, you have to do the RT-PCR test on arrival and wait for your result before you can enjoy the city. But in conceptually, there's no quarantine per se. You just have to wait for your test and then you're good to go.
Cool. So, aside from Singapore, do you have any other direct international route to open soon?
Yes. So for this year, we've opened, Vietnam, so Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, Da Nang already, and we just opened Cambodia, Phnom Penh last 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Singapore is next, and we have the other ones in line, just awaiting the travel restriction on the other end to be reduced a little bit. So we have Japan and Taiwan, Taipei, and a few routes in India. So those are the plan for this year. Obviously, our big cake is China as well, that we will open up maybe in Q4, depending on the restriction of China. So, but after Singapore, it will be Japan.
Ooh, wow, that's amazing. So I guess that also replying to April's question as well, which is, are you including other Asian routes aside from Manila, Singapore, and Bangkok? Which, yep, has been answered. Yep. Wow, everyone's so excited. Any other questions? Any other questions about THAI-VIETJET, about the routes? Thank you.
Yeah.
Excited.
I mean, I'll take questions and recommendations. So, you guys in Singapore, you will be the travelers, So, any recommendations for the airline, we are more than happy to take note as well. Where you like to go, where you like to see, any way that we can make your travel more convenient, more relaxing. Yeah, just let us know. We'll try to work it out.
Wonderful. So, Ruth is asking, what is the tourist feel right now in Bangkok and Phuket? Are the attractions open? New attractions after COVID?
Yep. Okay. So yeah, great question. And I think this one, I would need all your support and your help to convey the message to the public. So right now in Thailand, everything is open. The attractions are open every day as well. So like the water park, the theme parks, the malls, operating as normal operating time. Obviously, you have to wear a mask in many areas, in most areas actually, but in general, it's all open. I saw a question just now in what's different pre and post COVID. I'll just jump in and answer that one. In terms of if you're here for shopping, it's pretty much the same experience, but I think maybe you'll get a better deal because now obviously the shops they promoting a lot, so you're getting a lot of discounts. But where I do see the major difference is if you are traveling for the natural side of things. So whether it's the mountains or the ocean, you will really feel that it's nature has recovered, and it's like how things were like 20 years ago. It's quite unbelievable. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So, any areas in Bangkok is restricted due to COVID?
Nope, no, it's not restricted. Not restricted at all due to COVID.
Cool. So we can expect like, to go wild and free in
Well,
Bangkok.
yeah, I mean, but I still encourage to keep the social distancing. You use the alcohol gel from time to time, but yeah, but in general, all the bars and pubs are open. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. Please do wear your mask too as
yeah,
well. Yep. So plans and vision on the next 5 years.
yep. Okay, so for the next 5 years, as you can see on the chart with the fleet expansion, right? So in relatively speaking, THAI-VIETJET, we are the newcomer. We've operated 5-6 years now, but versus the other players here, we are the youngest one. So for the next 3 to 5 years, it's about expansion. We will be expanding quite aggressively, as you can see. Over just the last 2 months, we've gone Vietnam 3 routes, Cambodia, and now Singapore. Next month, Japan. So we'll be continue on this expansion mode for the next 3 to 5 years in the ASEAN region, and North Asia and Southeast Asia for sure, covering all the countries for sure, and all of the main destinations. So yeah, just now Philippines. So we have Manila and Cebu in the plan both as well. So that is on the network side of things. The other side of things is the service. So we're looking to improve our customer experience continually, whether it's the loyalty program, offering in the future some tour packages, some travel assistant features that the airline will offer. But in general, so that is the direction of our airline over the next 3 to 5 years. So we are on the growth and expansion mode.
Cool. So we really can expect to travel all around Asia with THAI-VIETJET
For sure,
already for the next few
yeah,
years,
yeah,
especially with the
and
app.
yeah, and for THAI-VIETJET, we are in the VietJet group. So we have 16 aircraft now, jumping to 50 in 3 to 5 years. But our parent company, they have about 100 aircraft out of Vietnam to all parts of into Japan, and they are also expanding as well. So people can enjoy that network too. So as a group, we're looking to expand quite significantly. When we expand, one thing that we try to do is we don't just expand, get passengers on the plane, get the revenue, and that's it. So when we go to a new destination, we try to involve the local community as much as possible. This is another angle that I like to share, because as an airline, we have it's sort of like an unwritten duty that we should help grow not only the tourism side, but also the economical, like the business side as well of things. So it's not just leisure traveler, it's the business that we like to be the one to help link and grow that side of things between 2 countries or 2 destinations. So in Singapore, we'll be working closely with a lot of the local partners there to make sure that it's a long-term relationship. It's not just the relationship here is not just on a flight basis, it's on like a country to country economic level, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Thank you so much. Well, I really love when you said that, you're not just, focused on your own company, right? But you're
Yep.
also helping businesses from both countries as well to flourish and to
Yep.
grow
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the relationship have to be reciprocal. So it's like, I help you, you help me, and we both win together. Because everything's connected, right? The airlines is connected to the hotels, is connected to the restaurant, is connected to the zoos. So, we like to. It's in the strategy. It's in the strategy that we go to Singapore. It's not just about taking passenger to point A to point B, but it's about making sure that our passengers go and spend, and enjoy like Sentosa, the night safari, um, and all that stuff as well.
Yep. Wonderful, wonderful. So, I think that's a very good question from Shirley. Do you
Yep.
allow unvaxxed passengers?
For unvaccinated passenger, there is unfortunately, you will have to quarantine. There's a whole process for unvaccinated passenger on the travel. Yep. I think the
Mm,
team can send the detail, but basically you do have to quarantine in the state quarantine that is arranged here.
right. Okay, so Mandy asked, what are the COVID measures or restrictions? I believe you that's referring to in Bangkok or in
Yep.
Thailand. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So in terms of you mean once the passengers are here, when they out of the airport, everything already.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing is the mask that you need to wear, and that's it. Really, no other restriction. I know in some countries you have like can only sit like 4 people at a table or something like that. In Thailand, it's not like that. If you go in a group of 10, you can get table for a group of 10, but they would just separate it a little bit to give you a bit of a distancing between each other. But in general, there's no restriction.
Cool. Okay, that's wonderful. How many hours from Singapore to Bangkok?
It's about one and a little, almost 2 hours and a little bit. You can, if you want to flash up the flight schedule again, you can see yeah, we can send it in the information kit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yep.
short
So
flight, short flight. Watch one quick movie, have a quick meal, and you're here.
yeah, maybe not even one movie.
No, yeah, not one movie these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, movies are very long these days. Yeah.
Yeah, so really excited. Like, can you imagine maybe it's just one MRT ride in Singapore, right? From one end to the other end. But instead of traveling within Singapore, we can actually wake up to a different country, like the land of smiles. Yeah. Wonderful. So Flo says, haven't been to Phuket, excited to travel again. Are the beaches crowded in Phuket? Right now, I would say probably not, right? Mr. Pino was saying that
No,
because
no, no. Right
yeah,
now, it's like it's really, you know,
empty.
for the local businesses, they like to see the beach a little bit more crowded, obviously. But right now, it's an amazing time to
Mm-hmm.
go to the beach. Amazing time.
Yep. And he also mentioned earlier that the beaches, the nature had two
Yeah.
years to recover. So now it's the best time to go over. So what are the best places to visit in Phuket?
In Phuket, well, if you like obviously the beach, right? In Phuket, so I would recommend, definitely Koh Phi Phi. That's where you have the amazing wildlife and the clean water, the white sand beach. It's where the movie The Beach was portrayed with Leonardo DiCaprio. So yeah, but a lot less people now. So I would recommend Koh Phi Phi for sure. The other one is if you are a surfer, if you like the water sport. So Phuket has become one of the surfing destination. So we have Kata Beach, which on some days it feels like Hawaii. They changed it into a surf town. And then from Phuket, you can also take a short drive, about an hour and a half drive to another province called Phang, and they also have fantastic surfing there. It's really good. During the April to especially in June, that is the surf season. So on some of the beach, so I would enjoy that. Um, I'm a beach and water sport guy, so I difficult for me to give you some recommendations on the food, but obviously in Phuket, in the Phuket town, you have a lot of the traditional southern food that you can enjoy as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, lots to do. Lots, and Phuket is not just the beach. You have the zip line. You know, you have a bit of the mountains, the nature as well. So it's the way that geographically it is. It's mountains in the middle and then beach surrounding it, right? So you have a best of both worlds there.
Yes, well, definitely looking forward to it. Is there a surf in Phuket?
Yeah, it's if you're if you're a surfer, Google Kata Beach, Kata Beach. And the other one is Google the Khao Lak, Khaolak. You could Google the surfing in Thailand. It should come up. There's a beach called Memory Beach. You can Google that. Fantastic surf, and they've changed it into a surf town. It's incredible.
Great. Is VietJet the official Instagram handle of VietJet?
VietJet Instagram official handle. Not sure. We have our own Instagram account. I'm not sure about the question.
So yeah, it's at VietJet.
Yes.
Is that the official? I'm trying to Google right now. Yeah, it should be, I would say. But let's see, VietJet.
Oh, you mean the question is what is the
Official Instagram handle?
Okay. My colleagues just put into the text just now. It's at VietJet Sky Fun.
At VietJet Sky Fun.
Yep.
Ooh, that's awesome. So you can really see that the culture, the values of VietJet is really one of them is fun. Yep. So we definitely can expect to have a fun time with VietJet. So any last questions, everyone? Any last questions, especially with regards to our new launch from Singapore to Bangkok to Phuket? Any last questions? Final questions, anyone? If you need like more time because you're like, oh wait, I'm trying to type, then just type in like, wait, yeah, we'll wait for you. Okay, so THAI-VIETJET's official Instagram is at VietJet Sky Fun. Fun in the sky. How awesome is that? I am so excited, to go over to Bangkok, to Phuket, and to, well, like everywhere that VietJet is going to fly to really soon. Oh my goodness. And especially because there's the loyalty program as well that you mentioned earlier on, right? So we can accumulate points. So wherever you fly, do remember to fly with THAI-VIETJET. Okay, so any last questions? Hotel recommendations near your office. Well, I guess that you can probably Google for that. Yeah, and read all the reviews about that. Yep, any last questions? Last question.
There's our office at the airport, obviously. There's a Novotel Airport that is very convenient. I mean, if you want to, but there's many hotels. You can Google it, but the walking distance one is the Novotel Airport hotel.
All right. So, okay, Jojo says follow. Yes, let's all follow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Instagram, go follow right now, VietJet Sky Fun. All right. So no more questions. If there's no other questions, definitely we want to say thank you, everyone, once again for attending THAI-VIETJET's virtual press conference. Please really do help us to disseminate this wonderful information to the public. And of course, remember to check your emails for your complimentary round trip ticket to Bangkok. So my name is Shannon Zan. Have an awesome time planning for your upcoming Bangkok trip. I will see all of you in Bangkok and Phuket. Khap kun ka, everyone. Khap kun ka.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I will see you in Bangkok or in Singapore. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.